I have always been drawn to presence. I have always been drawn to those who are extremely present. Growing up as a performer, watching the dancers who were present and the actors who were present. And often it's interesting, something I would notice when people weren't in performance mode, they weren't very present. And I wasn't drawn to that. I was drawn to people who were consistently present, whether they were on stage or right there having coffee with me. And that is something that I wouldn't have been able to identify years ago, what the heck it was I was drawn to. But it means the world to me when someone is genuinely present. Present is expansive. There's a lot of allowing with real presence. There's a spot, a pointedness kind of from the belly. It's just open, it's flowing, it's this organic moving thing that's just always there for all of us all the time, whether we know it or not. We just have to connect to it. And how I practice is slowing down. And at one point in my life, a number of years ago, was forced to slow down. And while that was like not fun at all, it did show me a lot. And I love slow so much. I love slow. I'm one of those people who loves to slow down. I can't stand fast. I hate it. Because I think the something in the slowing down showed me a uniqueness of me to me. It revealed me to me, a presence that I didn't even know existed, and that all I wanted to do was cultivate it. I was so drawn to it. I was so drawn to my humanness, my human being versus my human doing. And we are so often human doings. And it's not that that's a bad thing. You know, you can have a little bit of both. But what about the being? What about the actual English term, human being? What does that mean to you versus human doing? And I just really care about presence with another person and feeling it's not just about listening. It's something within that person, within that field that's cultivated. It takes practice. Do you practice? Do you strive for that? What are you drawn to? Do you know that you're drawn to presence, or do you see it as something else? And just to notice that, because I think there's a lot of learning in just identifying and naming presence and how beautiful it is, you know? That medicinal circular quality between you and another person, when you really feel that, when that medicine is rolling, and it doesn't happen with every individual, but when you're in that conversation and it's moving, it's so juicy and silky and great and soothing to the nervous system. Oh my God. You know, everything just goes, ah. You know, those kind of people. And that's presence in action between two people. And they both kind of have to have a little bit of it, I think, to kind of make it start to move. And sometimes we need to get a lot of crap out of the way to find that feeling in ourselves. You know, a lot of the history stuff comes up that gets in the way of this organic feeling of presence, this like steadfast thing, this, you know? I love it. And it's important for me to cultivate it. Is it important for you? And what does it mean to slow down? So just sharing what's cooking for me.